Well, well, bring it. Take three. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's Tuesday, November the 25, I think. Hang on. Yep, the 25. A couple of days till Thanksgiving. Good morning. This is going to be a short video because I'm going up to Kevin's. It's a little after 10 o'clock right now, and we're going to start work at about 10:30 on that little T20 monoblock carb on it. Hope, expecting value maybe 30% success. Who knows? We'll try whatever we can try. I have the master cylinder off the Norton. It's sitting here. I'm going to go ahead and disassemble it. I've got a few minutes. I'll take it apart, and then I'll go to Kevin's. The coffee cup of the day is my Buc-ee's cup. I love Buc-ee's, honest to goodness. I got the best food and 120 gas pumps and no big rigs allowed on the property. Just cars, small trucks, and RVs. Lots of room to get an RV in there, so I love them. And anyway, that's my Buc-ee's coffee cup. Interesting. Can't put it in the microwave though. So anyway, that's a nice takeout cup from Buc-ee's. So this is off the bike. I'm going to take it apart, and I'll do that video, then I'll go to Kevin's. Anyway, here stands the Norton up on the lift, and I've got the brakes all apart, and I've got the master cylinder taken apart. I've got a rebuild for the master cylinder. I've got new seals for the pucks, and I'm going to put it back together, and new brake pads. And I'm going to put it back together and hang it back on the bike. Let's see how it goes. Well, I forgot to video the assembly of the master cylinder. It's pretty straightforward. Like they say in the book, reinstall in reverse order. But if you don't know the reverse order, it's in the manual, in the parts book, and in the repair manual. It's very straightforward. And the way I push the plunger down is using I put it in the vise, like so, and then I use a Phillips screwdriver to push the plunger down while I put the securing C-clip in there. It's nothing exotic, very easy. Over here I've got the caliper in the press. You can put these pucks in by hand. You can just press really, really hard. But if you got a press is a good thing to have to put the pucks in. So I'm going to put the second puck in now, and I will put the video in the tripod. All right, let's just press this down, and I'll tell you the story behind me having this press. There it goes. Easy peasy. Okay, so both pucks are in now. The story behind the press. Let me zoom out. I was working in here a good 20 years ago when I first started doing this stuff. And I was over there on my vise, and I was trying to squeeze two things together using the vise, and my across the street neighbor, directly across the street, right next to Richard, Hubert, came over, and Hubert saw what I was doing, and he says, you want a press? And I said, yeah. And he said, I got one in the backyard. It's been back there behind the shed for years. You want it? You got it. So I went over there, and my gosh, here was this press. So I brought it over here, and it was all nasty and rusty, and I don't know what all. But I brought it over here, and I completely disassembled it, and I spray painted it Harley Orange, because I had a can of Harley Orange. And then I went up to my local friendly Harley Ferguson dealer, and I bought this Harley emblem. And I painted this black, this orange, and I put that on it. And it's been like that ever since. So it's not really a Harley Davidson press. It's just a black and orange press that my good neighbor gave to me. And oh man, it is so much nicer than the newer ones that they sell. It's just a good old press, and I've used the heck out of it. So anyway, that's the story behind the press. Okay, I'm going to seal up the caliper now. By the way, I always use .4, and I don't know if you don't know, but I'm sure you know. I know everybody knows that when you put brakes together, pucks and seals, and I don't know what all, put them together wet with brake fluid. Don't try to put them together dry. Just spread them with brake fluid and put them together. Okay, I'm going to close this up now. Then I'm going to hang the caliper on the bike. I've cleaned up the disc, and then I actually will wait a while because I spray painted the master cylinder, and I want to let it dry for a while before I start playing with it. Boy, see, the focus is just strange on this thing. There. Okay, so anyway, that's hanging up, drying. So I'm going to put the caliper on and to get as much done as I can, and then take a break for a while. This goes to that, these go to that, and where are the bolts? All right, let's hang this up. I got a good idea. I'm going to put the pucks in the caliper before I actually hang it on the motorcycle. Okay, I'm back. And this time I actually have put the pucks in the caliper. I've never used any of the blue goo that goes on the back of the pucks. They're supposed to keep them from squealing or making noise. I've never used it, never needed it. And let's see if I can get this over the caliper now and onto the motorcycle like that. Okay, now it's on. There we go. Okay. Get those lined up. Alright, let's see if I've put the cart before the horse or the horse before the cart or anything silly like that. This guy goes down here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We'll just set him in here gently. All right, this is about to get real boring. I'm gonna install that stuff without the pressure of you all watching. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Everything's in place. Caliper, brake line, brake switch, brake line. Everything is loose. Nothing's tightened down tight. I never tighten everything down until I get everything in position. This is as far as I can go while the master cylinder dries. I'll give it another hour or two, and then I'll come back out here. In the meantime, I'll go inside and do paperwork. Maybe I'll even stop this and resume later on. I've got time. So here is the disaster area I call my workbench. Amazing how many tools it takes to do individual jobs. And nothing else I can do. So that's it for a while. I will go do paperwork. I'll post this video, what the heck, and then come back and finish this later.